Today is an important day. We are going to introduce a very important idea or concept, which is called the Ccma Busa Web 2. This concept actually was developed originally by Busa. They then approached us as the Ccma to see if we can have some kind of partnership. And when the idea was introduced to me at the time, I was quite excited about it. We then started the process. From then on, we then agreed that in doing this concept, it's going to be a partnership. This partnership is actually the partnership between Busa and the Ccma. It's important to mention that Business Unity South Africa is not just an organization, but it is an important stakeholder. And not only a stakeholder of the Ccma, but they are also a social partner and forming part of the governing body of the Ccma. When this concept was developed called the Ccma Busa Web-based tool, it is intended to create this partnership and also to contribute on very important programs, which I will talk about. We then formally formed this partnership. When this partnership was formed, and what was presented to me, which made me more excited to do this as the director of the Ccma, was the idea that this actually is a program which is part of a business or presidential business concept, and which fits into the National Development Plan. And therefore, for us as an entity of government and as an institution that is created by statute, it was a very befitting program to be part of. We then agreed, then we continued with the program. This program called Web-based tool, it's a program which is based on the web. In order to enjoy it, you have to be on the web, using the computer and accessing all the programs which are included in it, because that's the platform that it uses. And this platform, therefore, is accessible to those the specific group that we want to do it for, which is small and medium business enterprises. And therefore, this content actually is very important because not only is it just a content, it is a content which is intended to be informative, which is supposed to be educating, and it's supposed to be a tool that small businesses can use in order for them to make decisions, to advise workers, to advise its own stakeholders. Therefore, that's the platform that it uses. And it's important, therefore, having said so, that we talk about its content. You see, when you're talking about big corporations, they have the resources and they have different platforms that they use in order for them to make decisions, especially those that are based on employee-related products. But for the small businesses, to have consultants, to have lawyers, to have advocates, to do so, it's quite expensive. That's what is the foundation of this program. All you need as a small business, as a medium enterprise, is to go into the web, click, and then you choose from more than 50 products. As the Ccma, we have products such as info sheets. Info sheets are accessible to all members of the society, especially the entire labor market. The idea is that if you want to know how to draft a contract for a domestic worker, if you know how to refer a case to the Ccma or the bargaining council, you just go into our web and then you find such information. But what developed this concept is to make it a more focused one on small business and medium enterprises. So they don't have to spend money to pay lawyers and practitioners to assist them. They just go into the web, which is cost effective, which is quick, and very simple to use. So that's how we develop the concept, and that's how the content of this thing works. So one might ask, therefore, what kind of programs would you find into this web-based tool? It is actually like the how-to, as I call it. So once you know where to find it, where to get it quickly, this is the tool. For us, therefore, that creates that excitement. So moving forward, you will have this kind of a product that is not static. It has to be relevant. It has to be future-looking without disregarding the present. So the way we've developed it, and it's better maybe if I use examples so that it can be understood. Today, we sit on the first month of 2019. On the 1st of January 2019, it was a very historic day because that was the commencement of the national minimum wage. There's a legislation which was passed and signed by the President of the Republic of South Africa, the Honorable Cyril Ramaphosa. And since then, a lot of people in the country, other than those big corporations because they've got resources and good lawyers to do so, the small businesses now can go into this tool and find information about the basic minimum wage. And not only is it about what it says, it's also about what to do to implement it. Because the product is designed that way, we used our commissioners, we used practitioners and experts to develop this product. So when they go into that product, they'll never be lost. They have a reliable information that is easy to use and that is easily accessible. So for us to, in this partnership, therefore, to have this, especially looking into the future, it's going to grow. As and when legislation is updated or amended, we do that on our website. When there's products in the CCMA that we develop, such as guidelines, such as new referral forms, such as the amendment of rules, we load them into our website. But this web-based tool will also be updated in the similar way as we do our products, so that small businesses and practitioners working in the small businesses, those are in the medium enterprises, if they need for a quick information to make decisions without incurring the expense, without going to consult, then they go and click into this web-based tool. So all you need is a computer and network. Once you've got that, then we have access to this information. That is why we're excited about it. And we hope to maintain it moving forward as the CCMA to make sure that it becomes a very important and an accessible tool to those two categories of our labor market. We will therefore continue in partnership with Business Unity so that we ensure that this tool is known. Because for us, it will not be useful and very really effective if we create such an important tool, but it is not known. We're going to embark on very important programs together with my partner here in this project to make sure that we engage in campaigns to market it. And the good thing about it that we, as the CCMA, which is an institution which does not cost money for purpose of using our services, as we do our programs in all the different platforms that we'll be using, we are going to invite the practitioners, the commissioners, and myself as I speak, to market the product. And once the product is marketed, and then we will also be in a position to test its effectiveness, because we can't just launch a product which is this important and accessible in the manner that is accessible without testing its effectiveness. And therefore, we anticipate that a very effective and a very efficient tool that we are launching will contribute very positively into the National Development Plan. Because as the CCMA, we understand that alone in dealing with labor market questions and labor market products, we will not be able to achieve that on our own. And therefore, in this partnership, in launching this kind of a tool, we hope and trust that it will have the desired results. When we have commissioners who participate or actually who hear cases, whether it's a facilitation, whether it is a mediation or an arbitration, you may have a very good commissioner who does a case, but sometimes it is quite a challenge for a commissioner of the CCMA to resolve a dispute if those that are appearing before him are people who do not understand the process. Therefore, it is in our interest also as a dispute resolution institution created for that purpose, that the parties that appear before us is not just those who are able to do so because of resources such as the big corporations, but a simple person in the street, a simple one-man business that intends to comply with the law and to service its clients effectively, that they would have a product of this nature and be able to be capacitated. And therefore, when they appear before any of our offices with such information, they have reliable information that they know that this institution has been part of. Therefore, the capacitation of the small and medium enterprises in appearing before the CCMA in their different platforms is good for us also as a dispute resolution institution. In conclusion, therefore, I'm hoping that we will cover the entire country in ensuring that even a spaza shop somewhere in the township can just click on any device, such as your cell phone, such as a tablet or an iPad, sitting at the comfort of your own business somewhere, and say, how do I terminate a contract? How do I do a retrenchment? All you have to do, you need that tool, you need network. You click, you've got the information. Then you can effectively run your business and be able to appear effectively at the CCMA.